Okay, so today we're going to be making the Hocus Pocus Witch lighted wreath. And everything that comes in your kit. I'm going to start with this hat that's already been folded down. This is battery operated. They're either purple or orange. Two AAA batteries. It's a little tiny screw here. They're already in here, but if you need to replace them, that's where you can do that. Comes with deco mesh. 3 different colors here, as well as black. So there's 15 black and 5 each of the other colors. And we're going to put them together with black and purple, black and orange, black and green, like separately. I'll show you how we're going to do that. And there's a bunch of these tubular ribbons, really sparkly. They're really nice to work with. So you have all that together, plus a bunch of pipe cleaners we're going to use to attach these to our wreath form, which is also a part of the deal this year. So we're going to work with. So we're going to start with how we make each bunch that's basically like this. It's a black and a color. So, you know, you're going to end up with 15 sets, 5 of each, a black and purple, black and orange, black and green. And then the ribbons also that go on there are 1 of each on that. They're put together with the twist dice. So we'll go ahead and show you how we do that real quick. Okay, so we take the black. Now the sewn edges are at this side. We're going to roll this way. So up the vertical line. That way, the edges that are raw, that are cut, we're going to roll them in, and we're going to keep it kind of tight. Like, try to keep it the size of your roll. It doesn't have to be completely neat, but try to keep it about the size of a roll of nickels. Think of it about that size. Once you get it rolled up, if you can hold it between your middle finger and your index finger, and then push your thumb behind it, it's kind of out of our way. So we can do the same thing with one of the other colors. So I'll go with the orange, and as I hold it in my hand here, I'm going to roll this up like this. Again, just work on the inside and don't worry as much on the outside. So if you got a nice tight roll in here, that's good. Grab the 2 of those together. And 3 ribbons, 1 of each color. The 3 ribbons like that. Grab those also approximately in the middle. We're going to hold them like that together. And then we're going to take a black pipe cleaner. Kind of get them smashed down in the middle there. It doesn't have to be super neat, but we want to get a tight twist on it once, and then just twist it around a few times. Leave these two ends open, because we're going to use these to attach to the wreath form. So that's basically how it goes. If you need to, you can rewind and go over that, but basically we're going to do that 15 times. 5 of each of the colors with a black, and 3 of these ties. And then I will show you how we apply them to the wreath form. So I already have the rest of mine made up. We'll go ahead and start with the wreath form. Wreath form already has 2 longer pipe cleaners across the middle. So the hat's going to go kind of up this way, and we're going to put a string of 7 of these sets across the top. So 3, I usually go 3 in the middle, and then 1 on this crossbar here, and 1 on the next one over. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put those on, and then 8 across here. So I go 1 more in the middle here. 4, 2, and 2 on the sides. Basically, so that you can see it, I'm going to do it in this way. The wreath form should have a curve downward to it, so where it's kind of hugging the table like an upside down bowl. And then you're just going to take, you want all of this mesh to be on this side of the wreath. Now usually I would do this kind of on my lap so that I could be working on the back side and the front side at the same time, but for purposes of the video it's a little bit difficult, so I'll go ahead and do it like this so you can see. But you just want to get that around there and give it about 3 good twists to hold it on, and then you can kind of twist that around the edges so there's nothing sharp and pointy. Don't worry about how sloppy they look right now, because until you get a lot of them on excuse me, until you get a lot of them on, it's hard to tell. So you just want to alternate those colors. Put purple and black on this side. Again, I'm actually, these are going this way. So, but it's easier, if I'm laying it flat, it's easier to just do it holding it up, just so you guys can see. But easy enough, if you can kind of pull them down to train them to go down. But as they get smashed together and you get a lot of them on here, they will do that to themselves. So don't really worry about what it looks like going on, especially in the beginning. Twist that down. So that's 3 in the middle. I'm going to do another one here, and then the same thing on this side. Green, so I'll go with purple over here. One thing I want to tell you guys, if you this deco mesh, it is color fast. It's not gonna like drip or stain or anything like that, but it has a tendency, certain colors, if they're in a lot of direct sunlight, to sun fade certain colors especially. So if you are going to have it in a lot of direct sunlight, I suggest that you spray it with a UV, like anything like a patio furniture spray, like a sealant. You don't really need it's waterproof already. You don't need it for the waterproofing, but make sure it says UV protectant on it. And that should preserve the color pretty good. So, what do we got? Orange, purple, green. You can mix them up any way you like. And if you know you're off a little bit, like one rung off or anything, it's not critical. Okay, so we have 1 row on. This is the front. The hat's going to come down and kind of smash it down here. We'll train this to stay down a little bit more, but we need another layer of the hair down here, and that's on the second row here. This second row. So 4 across here, and then 2 here. Okay, so now we have both layers of the hair on across the back. 7 across the top, 8 across the next section that's lower. And we're going to go ahead with this hat, battery side to the back, kind of squeeze it down between the back and the front. It's going to fit a little snugly on here like this. Now right in this section right about here, because we want to be able to clip onto the top. You see this top row here? We want to, there's a little hole in the top of the hat and in the back of the hat. Then we're going to weave a pipe cleaner through, kind of attach it, go around this middle crossbar here, kind of loop it around once. And then out the back of the hat, there's also another slit. Right through here. And then at the back, kind of pull those both together and give that a few twists on there. Okay. Now, same thing. With 2 slits on this side of the hat. And move it back over to the front so we can pull it down a little bit snugger. Go through the front first, which is right there. through that first crossbar there. Pull it through and then go around it again, like a loop around it. And I know it's hard to see like this, but just, you know, any way that you feel that it's going to be holding on securely. Turn that over and pull it through. Feel that spot where there's a little slit in there, back side of the hat, and then pull both sides together, twist those off. Okay, so now we got the hat on. Okay, then we have our set of legs. They come with a ring on the top, hang down on either side of that. Just gonna take another one of the pipe cleaners, twist it through there, and I usually put it on the top. Well, let's go with that's a good spot right there, because then I'll attach the legs to the base. So across that lower level of hair, that lower row, just going to attach it right in there. Now you can start pushing some of this stuff, anything that's going towards the back, start pushing it forward and training it, but it'll relax a little and train on its own a little bit. Sometimes, depending on the way the legs will hang, I like to take an extra pipe cleaner on each side and just separate them slightly so that they don't, you know, kind of hang in front of each other. So just a little bit, like maybe 3 inches apart. And then the last thing you're going to do is your lights. And they're easy enough. You have the switch right on the side. Oh, must have picked the one that didn't have the batteries in it. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, so switch it on. I think it's easier to put them in while they're on. And because the deco mesh has its own you know, fiber stickiness kind of thing, you really don't have to do much other than start poking them through. So I start on one side, just basically enough to go like around the middle of the wreath form, one side to the other, and just push them forward. You can take them after you get them in place where you want them and secure them in with the pipe cleaners that are holding on the deco mesh if you think you need to. I just push them in like that, and then when I'm sure, I take a look at the front. If everything is where I want it to be, once I arrange it, I can then twist off some of these ties and just include the wire, and those just give them a little twist, and they're really not going anywhere. I know we have too much of a close-up on this right here now, but basically, I must have a loose battery in this one. So basically, kind of a ring that goes around the bottom. And once you hang this up, and you kind of push them forward, everything will fall into place and relax a little bit. Okay, so real quick, we're just going to do the top bow. You're going to take 3 pieces of this tubed ribbon. You're going to take them approximately halfway and twist around another tie a couple times. And then we're going to just make a little bow out of that, just like you would tie your shoe. Something like that. And then there's a slit also in the top of the hat. They were going to use, slip this through, secure it on, twist it that way. And then just take the end of that and make a loop, and this is what you can use to actually hang it by. Usually twist them 2 times and then turn them the opposite direction and twist them 2 times. So we create a little loop on the top. That's where the bow hangs. Hope you have a lot of fun making this. It's a great project. Send us some pictures of your finished work. We put them on our Facebook page. And we'll see you again soon for another project.